Hey everybody, are we here?
Yep.
Yay, here we are.
Hey everyone, how is the audio video? Is it looking good?
We made it. Oh, people are already tuned out for football.
Darn.
So it's July 11th. We're doing an AMA.
Looking crisp.
Looking crisp.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, so today we're going to do an AMA, obviously, of Ryan, the NotSafeMoon developer here. We have a lot of questions that we pulled from the threads we put on Reddit. Most of these questions I pulled from Reddit. We're going to start with those questions first, and then we'll open up the chat for questions.
But wait, there's more. First, here's the thing. I was going to do a stream of this. It's just a small feature I added the other day that I never mentioned yet on the dashboard. This is a fee and exclusion checker. So some of you might have already seen it on there, but I have not talked about it yet. And what it will do is it will pull up every time that a particular contract has done the function to include or exclude any wallet address from a fee or a reward. So it gives you a breakdown of them just by the order that they came in. Some of them it's able to figure out what they are and give you details, like this was a bridge locker that was excluded from a fee. And then some of them will show you where it's a dev wallet. Some of them are kind of interesting because if you normally check to see if a particular dev wallet might be excluded from a fee, it would say no. But then if you look at the logs of them, you might see, oh, this wallet was excluded for this 10-minute period. And then if you dig deeper, you can see, oh, because they made a personal transaction they didn't want to tax on. So it can show you, there's a lot of reasons people can use the include and exclude legitimately. So if you're working with an exchange, you need to exclude their deposit address or something like that. But it can also be used in a way that is, kind of under the table to get away with not paying fees for the certain developers that use it. So yeah, so that's just a small little one just added there. And let's get back to the questions.
Okay. Yeah, that's been on there for a couple of days now. I'm not sure if you've been using the dashboard, if you've noticed, but that's
there's a lot of improvement still coming on the dashboard. It's got some loading things and only displaying moon coins right now, but yeah, there's a lot more on it coming.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hop over to the list of questions that I pulled from Reddit. Pretty much all of the AMA questions I pulled from the community came from there. Ready? So the first question... What are you doing?
It says not.
Oh, yeah. All right. So Ryan, people want to know...
So Carissa.
What are your next 3 main priorities, and can you discuss a perhaps more detailed, updated roadmap towards the end of the year, so the next 5 months or so?
Okay. Well, 3 priorities. One would be the connection, speed improvements, and compatibility improvements on the dashboard, since it's only working on Chrome with MetaMask right now on the Binance Smart Chain. So the first thing would be more compatibility. Next is going to be multi-chain. So there's a lot of other Ethereum clones like Binance Smart Chain that we could work with. And then a third thing would be some kind of bridge between them that would enable use between them a lot easier, because the dashboard can support everything.
It can.
It can be added, yeah, for sure, because they all work the same. And definitely be added.
And are those 3 things something you feel will be towards the end of the year? So the next 5 months?
Yeah,
I mean, timeline for that?
The timelines are hard because things get, the concepts are easy to grasp, but then implementing them takes an unknown amount of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Timelines are hard.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
All right. The next question we have, assuming moon coin trends are gone and nobody is buying moon coins anymore, What would be the plan to move forward and stay relevant?
Well, so keeping up with the current, sorry, I just started reading the chat as I went by. Say that again. I started
Sure.
reading the chat, and then there's kids screaming in the neighbor's house behind me.
Assuming the moon coin trend
Oh, right. Yeah.
is gone.
Okay. So there's a lot of other tokens that are coming out that are like the Everrise clone. So I was digging into that. So that's a whole nother way that these it's a whole nother category of these clones. So
Right.
I'll add that to it. But just all of your tokens should show up on there, obviously. So
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand with how
Right.
you answered the first question. The Dash can really
Right,
expand
it's-
to track any coin and different
Different
blockchains
chains.
as well.
right, because it's very niche right now. It's just Binance Smart Chain and just these SafeMoon clones is all it's actually showing. So there's a lot more still behind the scenes that's not up there.
Doug chimed in, the dashboard needs to be compatible with Trust Wallet
Oh, yes.
ASAP.
Yeah, Trust Wallet. Yes, it absolutely does. You're right. I agree.
All right. So as far as the dashboard and the features, can you talk about upcoming features that will be added to it? I guess the immediate features, kind of what the
So yeah,
questions
immediate future stuff. A swapping interface on there. The whale watcher portion of it.
Mhm.
And then I have a graphing of the balances and the liquidity pools will be on there shortly. Those are a lot short-term ones that are coming up quickly.
Perfect.
Compared to the multi-chain one, which will take a little more time.
People have questions about the paid tier levels of the dashboard and when it might be going live. Could you comment on that?
Yeah, not yet, because there's still the way I keep thinking about it is when I want to look at something, where am I going? I'm going to this dashboard for a lot of stuff, but I'm still going to PooCoin for some stuff and BSC for some the Binance Explorer for some things, the BSC scan. So, oh yeah, the swapping. Okay, sorry, I keep reading the words as they come. I should probably just close that and let you ask me questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get off track.
We're talking about tiered versions of the
Tiered
dashboard.
versions, right? So until there's a lot more compatibility and ease of use on here, and until I'm thinking this is where I need to go to find every piece of information, where I'm still going to other places, then that's kind of when I feel like it's reached a level that I'll say, okay, this is where we have the lines cut for the premium stuff. But I don't know exactly the time frame.
As far as seeing coins in the dashboard that you don't have in your wallet, will there be a point in time, or do you know when people can start browsing coin data without having it in their wallet?
Yes, that'll be one of the first things that I change, and also so that you can have a token address in the URL when you open the page, so you can link things to it. But that'll be one of the first improvements, besides the speed and loading problem. So, but yeah, that fee exclusion tab has that on it. You can click to add the custom address on it, which I'll just have a box on there at the top to enter and use the search field on it.
Doug asked in chat, can you elaborate on the swapping thing for dummies real quick?
Yes, the swapping thing for dummies. So just like PancakeSwap, how you go there to swap tokens. So PooCoin has one on their website. It's just an interface to swap tokens.
Some people had questions about farming or staking. Do you have any plans to add that to NotSafeMoon?
That's part of the thing I've been hinting about that I haven't mentioned fully yet. So yes. Yes.
Next question. We've talked about this before in the past, but since it was brought up again, we'll talk about it again. Exchange listings and what that looks like with NotSafeMoon.
Exchange listings are hard because the ones that I've talked to have either wanted just an exorbitant amount of money to add the token on there, which is tough because I just have the ones that I bought. But then the main thing is that a lot of them can't implement the tokenomics, and that's kind of the main thing, where SafeMoon and other ones are running into the problems where everything on the exchanges is completely separate from what's actually going on with the smart contract itself. So any of the fees collected just get kept by the exchange. Any of the rewards paid out, that's up to the exchange if they do it or not. And then if you're on a chain, or if you're on the DeFi wallets and not on an exchange, do you get those rewards, and vice versa?
Yeah.
So it is possible to do and work with an exchange so that all the rewards and all the fees get completely shared. There's a function built into the token contract where I can do bulk rewards and basically like billing an exchange where once a week or once a month or whatever it was.
Is that the distribution function?
Yeah, the deliver function.
Deliver function.
And we're basically, this is how much you handled in transactions. This is the bill, basically, that gets rewarded back to the wallet holders. And I could do that in one transaction, like weekly or however. And anybody, you don't have to have ownership of the contract. There's a deliver function you can see on the BSC scan where whatever wallet you have connected, you just put in the amount of tokens and it immediately sends that as rewards to everybody. So that would be how exchanges would do it. If I can find one that will work with that, then yes, I would love to add exchanges for more exposure. But without doing that, they kind of just take advantage.
Right. So you're paying like a large fee to get listed, and
then they're keeping all the fees instead of paying them to the wallet holders.
Right.
So I mean that's a problem that completely goes against how it operates.
Which, if you look at some other projects right now, you might notice a lot of people are starting to notice big changes in the reflections or not getting any at all, because the tokens just branched off to a bunch of different exchanges and they're either not implementing correctly or they're all doing it differently. So it can get messy, I think. And I think in the end, maybe it will give you more exposure, but it doesn't benefit the token holders, really. If it's not being done the way the contract was meant to distribute the rewards.
Right, it does in regards to the exposure it benefits, but I don't know, it's hard to know for sure if that would outweigh... Oh, we're blurry.
Oh.
Autofocus.
Perfect.
There it goes. Yeah, it's hard to tell though if does the exposure benefit, does it outweigh the holders, the original holders not getting rewards? Does it? Or if anyone knows of any decent exchanges that work with the tokenomics, because I haven't talked to any that fully will implement it.
Yeah. Doug chimed into the chat. Is it possible to sweat up the swap thing, which we've kind of officially been calling it the not swap potential, to bridge swap with tokens on blockchains or other tokens other than Binance Smart Chain, BNB?
Yes, it is possible. Bridges are complicated because you have to have a trusted third party acting like as an intermediary, since you can't have the one chain directly talk with the other one. So they're complicated, but it's definitely doable. So I mean, it's something that I'd like to add also. All of these. Like this is still all I'm working on. So even though it might not seem like I'm right in the front of everything, this is still all I'm doing every day. I mean, I took a couple days off on 4th of July when I first released the thing, just take a break for a few days. But I mean, this is still all I'm doing, so I'm gonna keep working on it.
Right.
I see the price, and I'm not selling, and I'm still working. So
yeah, definitely. Especially over the past couple days, there's been some people just jumping their tokens, but we're still here. Ryan's still here. He's going to keep working on the project. It's unfortunate that people want to leave, but it's a personal decision in the end, really. Last question that I pulled from Reddit, and then if anyone in chat wants to chime in, we'll direct our attention primarily to the chat. This question's been asked a couple times too, but are there any plans to expand the team?
Yes and no. It would be nice, like I've said before, to have more help on it, but I have just been finding it tough to find someone. Yeah, and then there's not a lot of extra money right now to pay someone either, so that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we were to add anyone, I think it would be a developer really would be the ideal person to have
Mm-hmm.
with all the projects and ideas Ryan has to work with him and expand on that. What people are we looking for? A developer.
Yeah.
Robotics is asking in chat.
Yeah, and someone to for media marketing type stuff too, because I mean I'm still in the dark on that. I know the community has been putting things together, but it's totally not my wheelhouse.
Yeah, robotics commented any marketing pushes or ideas to extend from the dashboard. Looks like their thing got cut off. Maybe education something.
Oh, educational something.
So marketing right now, we do have a small marketing budget, which we are going to be using strategically to do targeted type of advertisement. We have set up a donation wallet and a form for community members to submit their ideas to, and that is all on our Telegram. A lot of chatter happens on Telegram, so if you're not in there, I suggest you hop in there. And a donation wallet as well. That's all pinned there. Hello, Justin. If anyone wants to help contribute to marketing, obviously the larger budget we have, the more we can do. A couple weeks ago, we did reach out to a marketing agency and try to go that route. It just didn't end up being a good fit. So we kind of had to step back from that and start focusing on what we can do as a community.
And then that marketing wallet is a wallet that I have.
Wait.
Or no, the donation one.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, that's a wallet address that I have control on, and then I'm just listening to Bill and Carissa on what to send it to. So.
Craig chimed in, what are the plans to grow the marketing wallet?
So I was thinking about doing small, unobtrusive banner ads or some kind of ad on the dashboard. So that's going to be one of the streams of income for it.
Mm-hmm.
Need to find a advertising provider, and something that's small. Figure out something that's not obtrusive, that's going to get in the way or block the screen.
Nothing
really annoying.
Too flashy or nothing too commercially looking, but
yeah.
The dashboard can.
Nothing that blocks stuff. It'll just be how the little boxes load up that you can close the little boxes. It'll be one of those. It'll be an ad, so it won't be in the way.
Yeah. Robotics expanded his comment. Maybe doing educational, like community member-based Wikipedia. Someone brought up before.
Oh, that's.
Expanding on the like adding educational content to the dashboard.
Oh yeah, adding like a Wikipedia section with terms and things, and having it be the Wikipedia format where people can add to it. That's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then there's a section that people can answer a lot of questions for others. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I kind of started doing that with all the little question mark boxes, where if you played around on the dashboard, basically every single little box on there has a question mark on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it will pop up and tell you what each one means. So there's quite a bit of educational stuff on there already.
Yeah, but that's
nice
a good idea.
if people look at it. But yeah, having its own dedicated like wiki section on there and it could just literally start with the definitions that I already came up with on here, and it already has quite a bit of content which someone can search through and look at. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Thanks for tossing it out there, robotics. Justin says banner ads sound good. Make sure we get only well-vetted ads. No scam coins. That's important for the image.
Right.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Fortunately, with Ryan's knowledge, if he probably would be able to go in and check out the contract himself and vet them that way.
Still hard to know for sure though, because
yeah,
you can have a contract that looks like something unique and have a whole marketing plan and everything in store, and then have it advertised for weeks before a pre-sale, and then they can still just whoop.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It's like every
really
week
hard.
you hear like a new big project, and there was a docs team, and somehow still ended up rug pulling.
Yeah, it happens constantly still.
Yeah.
How do you? I don't know. It's really hard to know 100%.
It's true.
It's so hard.
Will the Hoff be guest appearing on future AMAs? He's here now.
Yeah, right? It's probably, I think it was really loud.
Oh, is it not going to work?
No, it
No,
works.
don't do it.
There you go.
I heard it.
I heard it
coming
too.
out
What
of
did it come out of?
the headphones.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know why.
To get to the other side.
You are so silly. One other thing I brought up to you the other day, but we'll just talk about it since we're here. Doing some community engagement inside the Telegram. Maybe Telegram happy hours. We can set aside a day or an evening where we get in there. It won't be like a official moderated AMA, but somewhere we. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Somewhere where we stop. Somewhere where we can just kind of get together, hang out. Obviously, you guys can ask questions about the project or technical questions to Ryan, but stop pressing buttons.
I'm not pressing buttons. What are plans for some short, dumbed down educational YouTube videos? Well, what do people want to know? Is there a subject that, I mean, I could do some short, few minute long videos just covering a certain topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
We to add on to that, we also in our Telegram and we can get on our other socials like Reddit and Discord.
There's an awkward machine gun noise.
What?
I think there's a machine gun.
Oh, is it that
What is that? I don't hear a machine gun.
It's because you're pressing buttons.
Oh shoot! They said they can hear stuff. Turn up the volume on your computer. They said they can hear something. I don't know, so I can hear what they're hearing. Is it gone? Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Sorry.
Fixed.
Okay, sorry. When I hit my button for the
Ryan got a little too crazy pressing buttons and he broke something as usual.
There's so many buttons.
All right, we have a couple more people popped in. I don't even know. What do I even say? Kerpimba?
Kerpimba.
I'm going to call you CR. Is it possible for folks to still see the LP dumps without actually having the tokens in their wallet?
Yes, not at the moment, but that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, you've touched on that earlier about being able to search tokens in the dashboard that you don't have in your wallet. That will be something you're adding.
Right. I also have an upgraded chart on there. Right now it's just the basic chart, but I have that same trading view chart that you see on like Bogged and PooCoin will be on here soon. I'm working on it right now also. So.
Speaking of fixing things, or I guess I will word it upgrading things, how's the Twitter bot coming?
Oh, the Twitter bot had a math problem he was doing wrong yesterday, so I stopped it again because it kept saying that everybody's price dropped by 100%. Because it was trying to divide by a zero somewhere with, you gotta break things to fix them, right?
Yeah.
And then as they get more complicated, they're easier to break and harder to fix, so.
Any more questions coming from the chat? We'll hang out for a minute or two, see if anyone pops in or has another question.
So still haven't finished putting that PC together.
Okay, we have something good coming. The developer position. What specifics are you looking for? What qualifications are you looking for? Web dev, blockchain dev. There was a qualified blockchain dev looking to join on Telegram. Before you answer that, though, when people hop into the Telegram chat, look and they're a dev looking for work. I'm tagged in there, and I always let them know to submit their resume and or their experience to info@NotSafeMoon.com. That is the email Ryan checks, and he'd be the one reviewing dev applications. So I did see that person, and I did give them the email address to send their qualifications to.
Yeah, and then what are we looking for? Well, I need somebody that can just. Well, first, it's I need someone with some patience because I didn't go to fancy schooling for this coding stuff. I just figured it out, which means people that did go to fancy schooling for coding are going to do it in a different way than what I do because they, it's just different. Like I figure it out as I go. I don't, it's not like I can use this thing I learned because I learn it as I go. Is how I always do stuff. So there's some stuff. Looking at it, it's like you need some patience to figure out what the heck I was doing. Maybe I don't know. I've never really worked with other coders, which is one of the problems too.
Yeah, so that kind of boils down to finding the right person. I mean,
but I need someone.
Technical qualifications. Why don't you go ahead and list that?
I need someone to do more basic stuff like just fixing compatibility problems between Mozilla and Chrome and Safari and mobile. So the mobile stuff is basically just a little bit of formatting when you try and resize the page, which it's almost perfect actually, but there's a few boxes that come off the page. So it's just little stuff like that are annoying, and then it's really just the tedious stuff that I hate doing. That there's other people that probably do it all the time and just know how to fix.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Because this issue doesn't load on Chrome, but it does load on this or vice versa. Just
Yeah. But if anyone watching has a friend or knows someone, just shoot their information over to info or let them know info@NotSafeMoon.com.
It's all just vanilla JavaScript and the HTML5 and CSS is what I did it in. And then you need to know Web3. Web3.js is the thing that communicates with the blockchain.
So Web3.
And then Solidity is the programming language for the smart contracts, so that would be good to know.
I'll get to your question, Doug, but since we're talking about techie stuff, would you or have you considered making it open source to allow community contributions?
Yes and no, not yet. I don't think. Yeah, it's hard because it's a lot of work and there's a lot of. Yeah, I don't know. It's all there. It's just obfuscated and kind of hidden a little bit, but.
Yeah, I think right now it's just a matter of trust. Ryan put a lot of work into this, and if we're to be totally open source code, then
it would be easy for someone to rip out with a bigger budget and get a team together, and
Yeah, so it's Doug asked about first names or screen names of the people helping work on the project. And their positions, functions. My name is Carissa. This is Ryan. You guys will know me online mostly as Lotus on Telegram and Discord, but on Reddit I am Blackbird7. And my kind of role, we're not an established business or organization, so we don't have titles like CEO or CTO or things like that. But my role at this point has kind of been helping manage things behind the scene, but also helping manage some of the communities, just kind of doing my best to keep information flowing out to you guys as soon as I get it. I'm hanging around Ryan most of the day, so if he's clickety-clacking away on stuff and he's working on things, he doesn't have a lot of time to pop over into the Telegram chats or the Discord chats and give day-to-day type of updates. So that's kind of the role I've taken on. Obviously, Ryan's the developer and he makes things. We have Bill, or not Bill, who's in the YouTube chat.
Social media guru extraordinaire.
Yeah, Bill's been helping out with some marketing directions and helping manage our YouTube and Twitter and things like that. And then there's John, John has a full-time job, so he's really kind of behind the scenes, helping out Ryan here and there. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Doug. Great shirt. Yeah, that came from Streamlabs,
Yeah.
didn't it?
I thought I was putting a background on the screen, and then it said that I had created an entire merchandise store. So.
But I like that. I like that shirt.
There's actually links to it. I'll put them up. There's links to this. I think they're pretty cheap too. I think it was like, I don't know, it was like $12 maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 after shipping.
Yeah. How often do you plan on doing AMAs moving forward? Which is kind of something we were discussing earlier. We were kind of talking about a day of the week that we'll set aside where Ryan isn't going to be hardcore coding and going into his black hole, where we can do a video, not necessarily always an AMA, but like those educational style videos that you guys were talking about earlier, and then following up that day towards the evening with a Telegram visit and voice chat, like a happy hour, which is something we talked about
Happy hour
a month or so ago, and it never came to fruition. But now that the initial dashboard's out, I'm trying to, and that will be scheduled, is what I'm saying, I guess, a day of the week with a time that people will anticipate Ryan being in Telegram chat to talk, hang out, talk about the project, ask technical questions if they have contract questions or questions about other projects, maybe talk about roller skating, whatever. Not that we do much roller skating anymore.
like the before times.
Yeah. So Doug, look out for that once Ryan and I come to an agreement on a good day to start doing little mini community sessions. We'll let you know. Perhaps later today we'll figure something out and I'll announce it in the social medias.
I just do it whenever she tells me to.
Pretty much. Pretty much. But, I like to discuss things with everyone and make sure we're all on the same page. Deep dive into Elongate. What are your overall thoughts about that? Oh, did you do a deep dive into Elongate?
I don't think he ever messaged me back.
No, that's not. He's talking about their project specifically.
Oh, their project specifically?
Did you go into like depth looking into their project is what they're asking.
I mean, it's just a clone of SafeMoon. It's the same code.
Yeah, but they're using they're using, I don't know much into it, but they're using the money for charity. So they have a different business model.
Right. Which, yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it just for taxes? Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, Elongate CTO did reach out to Ryan on Twitter for some sort of collaboration that they didn't really say much what they were thinking.
Yeah.
But we are trying to get in touch with him. Well, we did get in touch with him to schedule some sort of chat to figure out what's on their mind.
Yeah, but haven't heard back, so who knows?
It's the weekend. Maybe their team is like a Monday through Friday. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow, Monday, they'll get back to their computers and get back to us.
Yeah, whenever.
We kind of don't have 9 to 5 hours. We kind of just like all day, every day, here and there. But some people do, I notice, take the weekends off. Makes sense. I think Ryan right now is. What are you doing? Oh, you're looking into. Why don't you just screen share for that or?
I mean, I'm not looking at anything interesting yet. There's nothing. I don't know.
Now that you guys mentioned Elongate and their project, Ryan's kind of starting to hop on the web and look through things.
I get distracted, and then somebody asks something, and then I go and I do it, and then I forget what I'm doing. Hi.
So nothing set in stone with Elongate, but they did want to talk to us. So I'm curious to see what's on their mind. Ooh.
Did this thing pick it up? No. Stock Elon's Nestle Finance, Saturna, Anuba Coin, Promise, Orange, Ibex, Australian Shepherd token. I haven't heard of some of these.
Cool, yeah.
So Sorry, I was just looking at the logs from the Twitter bot, but it's not actually posting them. But I saw that Elongate did a dump a couple hours ago. Looks like I missed it on the Twitter thing. So
Is the Twitter running? Oh no,
well,
it's
no,
running in the
it's running. Yeah, it's just outputting to a log because I added tons and tons of tokens, and they don't all communicate the same way. So there's a few I have to weed out for it to operate properly.
When the Twitter bot does go up, it's probably just gonna be.
It's gonna be happening every few minutes.
It's gonna be a bit nutty.
Yeah, but yeah. It's
why does the price of Dogecoin correlate so closely with the price of Bitcoin?
The price of everything seems to correlate with Bitcoin. They'll just kind of follow suit.
Do you think Doge will ever reach $1?
I never thought it would reach a penny.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was back when I had I don't even know how many Doge. If I had always bought coins and held them, I mean, I bought Doge when there was like 6 zeros on it, and it was like 6 zeros and an 8. It was like nothing, and now it's worth, what is it, a quarter or something?
Yeah, sometimes it goes that way. Where are you going?
I was looking at my thing, 21.7 cents right now.
Oh man.
Or something, yeah. Or unless that was.
All right.
Yeah, 21.7. I got a little price ticker. Can't see it.
All right. Well, chat's kind of dying down. I think the questions have stopped.
Okay.
So we'll probably end this soon.
Yeah. I still have to finish putting that that node together. Are people interested in me streaming that? Were people interested in watching it last time?
Yeah. Oh, Doug chimed in. What do you see as the trajectory of Moon forks in the future? Other alt token blockchains? Question mark.
There's probably going to be a lot more clone chains coming out since the BCS one did so well. And now there's the KCC, and probably going to be just a rush of new random Ethereum clone blockchains. I'm guessing probably every exchange that has like a public exchange website is probably going to start releasing their own blockchains based off Ethereum. I'm guessing it's probably going to start happening. So there will probably be.
It's just going to be chaos.
Yeah, it sounds like. Yeah. So I think figuring out a good solid multi-chain bridging website before this seems to do what it's starting to do now is a good idea. So that it's ready to just keep adding different chains as they pop up so that they can immediately be added.
Right. So going back to one of the Reddit questions of how do you stay relevant in this ever-changing world, really, it's expand the dashboard
and keeping up with things as they change, because things change all the time. I mean, when I first started, when I went to deploy the token the first time, I based it off the PancakeSwap V1, but then like a day or two before I deployed it, PancakeSwap V1 you couldn't deploy to anymore, and because V2 came out, it wouldn't let you. So it's like things are changing so fast, faster than you can even keep up.
Right.
For a lot of things. But yeah, I think that's to stay ahead of what's probably about to come. It's probably going to be a ton of DeFi clone blockchains based off Ethereum, and that's a good direction to move to because that's what it looks like is going to happen next.
Crip's messages are all coming in at once, so I think maybe it was a lag on his end. They were talking about the sound from way earlier. Killing it.
But yeah, Doge will probably reach $1.
Yeah.
Probably not for a while, because I don't know if people know about the Bitcoin halvings and how the price on Bitcoin correlates with these things called halvings. So after every so many blocks are mined with Bitcoin, the reward for mining a block is cut in half. It's called the halving. And there's been 3 of them so far. And every time it happens, there is a very predictable effect on the price. So it'll go stagnant for a while, and then it will spike, and then it will drop back down. And it's happened very, very predictably now is what it's looking like. And there's something called a rainbow chart for Bitcoin that shows the price of it based off of these halvings being in effect, and it scales it. It's pretty interesting, and because it has followed this rainbow chart.
No one can see the rainbow
forever. No one can see the rainbow chart. I'm not sharing this particular screen. I can't. Which button? Where's the button?
Ryan's trying to
Yeah,
get us.
well, yeah. I can't with this one. I already have it locked on that one.
All right.
Yeah, but anyways, if you just search for Bitcoin rainbow chart, you'll see it. But it's a logarithmic price chart, and it shows, in the year 2024, Bitcoin will be somewhere between 50,000 and a 500,000, and that's what this is projecting.
Somewhere between there.
Right, but it's been accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fallen within this ever since Bitcoin started, based off of these halvings, and it's very interesting if you scale it to these halvings. Yeah, but everything seems to follow directly along with that. So,
Bitcoin rainbow price chart.
what was the question? Oh, why are things following? What would you say to SafeMoon Mark if he ever stopped ducking you for? I mean, he needs to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. I understand that he likes math, and I think he said that he's has a degree in mathematics or something. But if you look at the website and his calculators and things, it'll have like 2 actual inputs, and then the other 6 inputs will say like assumptions that you just make up. It's like you can't really come up with accurate predictions based off your feelings. It's not really how math works. You can't just change all the input numbers so that the output number is what you say, and then you go, oh, look, the math checks out. It's like, yeah, but you made up the inputs. It doesn't matter.
Right. It's just assuming, really.
And it literally says assume.
Did we ever reach out to have a debate? No, during the midst of I don't know what was going on. I think it was like Twitter or somewhere, YouTube. I don't know. Who knows anymore. Ryan was slaving away on the dashboard and didn't really have time to.
I don't know. After I got sucked into that one troll guy, I was like, I can't argue with these people anymore. It was a waste of time. Who's that troll? There's some troll that was just going on, and it wasted so much time and kept saying, let's do a live stream, let's do a debate, you're a pussy, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. So let's do it. So then I start a live stream, and I'm waiting for him, and he never comes in, and then he still just keeps talking crap in the background. I'm like, I wasted half a day with this guy harassing me and then trying to talk to me. And
yeah, a lot of people just look to get a rise. A lot of people are
trying to waste time.
Yeah. Not really that important.
Some of these things are funny, though. Like, I'm just scrolling through Twitter. Is SafeMoon going to hit $1? Well, yeah, if it has like 3 times of all the world's money built into it, then sure. It makes perfect sense. People don't understand.
So in short, Crip, no, he did not reach out for a debate because he was busy working on his project. Robotics says he thinks it's better, or they think it's better, to not be too confrontational and create our own value with positive vibes.
Right.
I agree. I mean,
having debates are good, but that's only if the person you're debating with is actively engaged in the debate and has an open mind to change. If it's just someone you're talking to that's just trying to preach and has absolutely no ability to even attempt to understand another point of view,
right?
It's like trying to talk to a flat earther is what it seems like with a lot of this. Some people are just they just need it to be true. It has to be, so that no matter what happens, the output always has to be that they're right.
Right.
Yeah.
Doug feels differently. Doug wants you to call them out and have a math coding moonfork debate. No one in a debate ever has an open mind, says Doug.
They should.
Yeah, exactly.
So you think the Earth is not flat? Why? Well.
Oh no, Bill.
I use that as an example because there are, when I'm watching some of these flat Earth things, there will be one and somebody's like, this is the definitive test. If this test shows that we're right, then that's it. It's over for the Globers. It's over. And then the test will definitively show that they were completely wrong. But then at the end of it, they go, there must have been a flaw in the test. There's got to be a flaw in the test because it shouldn't have had this result. This is not the answer it should have. Those are the kind of people that it seems like.
My argument to that is the meme where it's like, if the Earth was flat, then the cats would just push everything.
Yeah.
That's my logic
Cats would
behind
just
it.
push everything.
My
out the
cats
edge.
sure do. I'll just be sitting somewhere and then I
But-
hear
but
just,
you-
like
you-
things breaking and it's
You don't.
like,
You don't
guys.
even understand flat Earth. It's not a disc floating in space. You see, it's an infinite. It's an infinite glacial plane. It's an infinite glacial plane with hot spots. The hot spots are the sun and the moon above it. The sun and the moon go in a circle above an infinite glacial plane. Okay, gravity's not real. The infinite glacial plane is rising. It's rising. Interdimensional child molesters.
And that was Brian that you guys just met. There's Ryan and then there's Brian.
This has been a good talk.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Bill.
Well, is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
I guess that's
maybe.
it. Does anyone want to see me finish building that node thing? Or should I just finish throwing it together? I haven't since the first stream. But if people don't really care, I'll just finish
You know what
it.
we could do? I think you should just go ahead and finish the node and just knock that out real quick. And then maybe later tonight we should hop into Telegram. Get a Telegram chat going. Tell them all about your cool node you built.
Well, should I stream it?
That's all. Yeah, sure. Why not? Maybe
Okay.
not right now though. We'll have to like probably pause this, get set up,
Not in this
and
one.
come back.
Okay, well, arrivederci.
All right, guys. Wait, before we go.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, don't. What are you doing? Stop pressing buttons. I just want to remind everyone in our Telegram that we have a donation wallet set up. We also have a form submission there for video production suggestions. What do you guys want to see Ryan start making? So those are all in there, as well as marketing suggestions. What can we do as a community to pump it up?
Yeah, well, so I like to just do like short, less than 5-minute videos on some topic. So if people want to know, just dive into what is this, how is this thing, and yeah, I'd like to just start doing some videos like that.
Quick videos, just talk
Yeah,
in front of the community.
not live, just put some information together, throw it together.
Yes. Maybe get some TikToks. TikTok you. I'll TikTok you. Yeah. Also, I think a lot of people are interested in you doing reviews of other projects or token contracts.
Dumb down the topics, yes. Yes.
Like Everrise, for instance. I know the other day in Telegram we were talking about it, and he did pull up some information.
Oh, I did dig into that one.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's just a more complicated thing. I mean, the idea is a good idea. If the price goes down, then have something that automatically buys. But then you still run into the same problem. What are they buying back with? Oh, they're buying back with BNB. Where did that BNB come from? The BNB came from them selling to the liquidity pool and then keeping the BNB. So literally, all the money that they have available for buybacks is because they sold the token.
But wait, this could be a whole new video.
It could be.
Yeah.
It's preposterous. It's just, literally, if the buyback feature didn't work, the price would be 3 times. You can't even calculate it because it's more than an infinity. Because right now their main liquidity pool has 3 times the tokens. Or sorry, they have dumped 3 times the tokens into the pool than exist in the pool right now, and that's just from their buybacks. Which means there would be negative 2 times the amount that's in there now if there was never a buyback, which means the price would be 3 times infinity. But yeah, anyways, maybe I'll make a video on that one. Okay. Goodbye. I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you next time.